Hello and welcome back to another episode of Toby Investigates. Now in this episode I'm going to be looking at bike lighting. It can be a bit of a technical buying process, what with all the decisions you have to make, but I'm going to take you through the bike lights I use and hopefully give you a bit of information on what you guys should be looking for. Hopefully it helps. Check it out. So today I'm going to take you through 3 of my most commonly used bike lights. Why am I going to do that? Well, today I want to illustrate all of the different facets that you might consider. Now, I'm not going to cover off size, price, weight, the obvious ones. I'm going to look at something that you may not have thought about. Things like beam modes, whether you want it flashing versus solid, or rechargeable batteries versus replaceable batteries, or whether you want to be seen or whether you want to see. These are the things you may not have considered, and I'm going to try and illustrate to you in this video using practical examples exactly what I'm talking about. So to start you off on this adventure through 3 bike lights that I use every day, I'm going to show you the one first of all that I use in the city through the winter months. Now in the city I've got street lights to light my path, I can see where I'm going, but I need something to grab the attention of other road users and keep me safe when I'm in the dark. Enter the FWE USB rechargeable 50 lumen light. Now the reason I use this is because it's nice and lightweight and small, it's not very expensive, so you know if it goes missing I can easily replace it. But the other thing is it is very, very good at its job of grabbing people's attention. Its flashing mode is, as you can see, sort of pulsing mode, and when I compare it to solid mode, you know, if I'm riding towards someone on the street, the flashing mode tends to grab their attention a lot better. Now around towns I will always opt for maybe a less powerful light that flashes, even an irregular flash is even better, over a stronger light that is a solid beam. This is for my safety, I feel safer like that, and rear lights, I think it's especially important to consider that. You may want something different though. I know my girlfriend, she doesn't like the flashing mode because you know it can be off-putting when it's reflecting off things. Moving on to the next light is the Exposure Strada 800. Now this is 800 lumens, it's 16 times more powerful than the light we just saw. I'm not going to turn it on in here, but this is insanely powerful. It means that if I'm going down a dark lane somewhere with no street lighting whatsoever, I can still see where I'm going. It's like riding in the daytime. As you can see from this footage in the local park, I compared it to the FWE light. FWE light not really doing a great deal to pick out details here when there's no light at all, but the Exposure Strada smashing it. As you can see now, I can see everything in my path, those bollards, not a problem. Really don't have to worry with this light. Unfortunately, it is quite pricey, it's quite big, it's quite weighty, it takes a little bit longer to recharge, but if you are serious about commuting at night or travelling at night, then getting something this powerful, you will not regret it. It's a really, really good investment. It's got varying different power levels. It does have a flashing mode as well, not that I very regularly use it. It does have a very nice long battery life. If I was buying batteries for this, because it's so powerful, I'd probably be replacing them quite often. But with a lesser powerful light, you know, replaceable batteries aren't the end of the world, and usually cheaper lights with replaceable batteries have very, very long battery life indeed. Going on to my rear light, I only have one rear light, and that is because I basically want the best thing possible when I'm around the city or in the middle of the darkness. I want the brightest thing so people can pick me out from behind, because I can't see what's going on from behind me, so I'm letting this little guy take care of me. Now, this is the Bontrager Flare Rechargeable, and the reason I use this is because it's got a couple of nifty tricks. It's very weather resistant, it's lightweight, you know, it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but like I said, I want safety over anything else. One of the best things about this is its mounting options. I can mount it on all of the different bikes that I ride. You know, here it is on my seat post, on a bag, or even down on the seat stays of my road bike. The other great thing about this is it's got many, many different flashing modes, and 2 of those modes are daytime modes. Now, it may seem kind of crazy to have a light on in the daytime, but sometimes when it's getting gloomier or you're perhaps in that transition period between day and night, it's a good idea to put a light on your bike. Anything that helps make you more visible to other road users is a positive in my books. The other great thing about this light is its side visibility. It's got these 2 little LEDs on the side that, you know, if you're emerging from a side street and someone's driving along the road, they're going to have more chance of seeing you with these side lights on that not many other lights have yet really taken on board. It's rechargeable just like all the other lights I've shown you. Really, really like that fact. This is probably actually my favourite light I've ever owned. Yeah, absolutely fantastic light. Could not recommend this more. So all 3 lights together, I can use them in very different combinations. If I'm in the city, I'll use my favourite rear light and the FWE light for flashing modes in order to remain visible. And then if I'm out in the countryside, I will use the Strada to light the way like the sun, along with the Bontrager, maybe on a solid mode. Now, when buying a bike light, it is worth thinking about where you're going to be riding, how long you're going to be riding for, what terrain you're going to be riding. You know, if you're riding a mountain bike, you might want something really, really powerful, because terrain is all the more important to spot. If you're around the city, you might just want something a bit more cheaper and cheerful, so that, you know, if you forget to take it off your bike when you lock it up, it doesn't matter too much if it gets stolen. Hopefully what I've said in this video will give you something to think about when buying bike lights. Hopefully it helps you out. If you guys have any questions on my selection or on any of the bike lights we have on our site, either ask me, comment section below, or pop into one of our stores. One of our colleagues will be happy to help you out. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry that was kind of brief and a lot of garble and a lot of stuff to take on, but until the next time, enjoy the ride.